Marvel champions all over the world, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Wolf's Den of Champions. My name is Dark Matter Wolf, and here on this channel we post everything about Marvel champions. We got deck lists, we got gameplay, we got reviews, we got unboxings. If it's Marvel champions, you're gonna find it here. So welcome. If you're new, this is what we do here, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Today we're going to be rating and reviewing Ant-Man's hero kit here. So all of his hero cards. Here what we're doing on this channel, since I just started playing Marvel Champions not too long ago, I decided that the best way to learn every single card is to pretty much kind of read every card from when they were released all the way up to what they are currently released now. So that's what we're doing here. All right, so without further ado, let's dive right in. Here we have Ant-Man. Alrighty. These are his cards. Like I mentioned, what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be rating Ant-Man on a basis of 5 different categories: his ease to set up, his board control, his survivability, his durability, and his alter ego. So we have his hero kit here. Most heroes pretty much come with about 15 cards. Some come with a little bit more, but Ant-Man comes with 15. So here we have Ant-Man, which is the hero card. This is actually a really cool hero card because if I show you here, Ant-Man, well, let's go ahead and read Ant-Man first. So Ant-Man is a 2 thwart, 1 attack, 2 defense. He's an Avenger, and this is his tiny hero form. Puny Pest. Response: after you change to this form, remove 1 threat from a scheme. That's pretty good. He's got a hand size of 5 and hit points of 12. So he's got a lot of health. More than average, usually like, I think the average is like 9 to 10 health, which makes the hero pretty squishy, but he's got 12, so that's pretty good. And I really like this here where you can, after you change to this form, you remove 1 threat from the scheme. Here is his alter ego, Scott Lang. He's a 3 recovery and time to unwind. Response: after you change to this form, heal 1 damage from Scott Lang. So you can go alter ego, you change form to Ant-Man. You can get your response after you change this form, you remove 1 threat from a scheme. Say you're in Ant-Man form, you can go into alter ego. After you change this form, you heal 1 damage from Scott Lang, and then you exhaust and you recover for 3. So you could potentially recover for 4. And then also, since Ant-Man is a super cool card here, let me see if I can do this. There we go. He has a giant form. So he can change to this form as well, which is Giant Nuisance Response. After you change to this form, deal 1 damage to an enemy. I kind of expected that to be what that says. Oh yeah, Tiny Dude is big now. He will change his stats to 1 thwart, 3 attack, and 3 defense. So if we go back to Tiny form, you can see his stats over here. It'll be 2 defense, 1 attack, and 2 thwarts there. So he's pretty versatile in what he can do as a hero alone there. But I'm not going to do what I normally do and start rating them before I finish all the cards here. So that's Ant-Man there. That's the hero. That's the alter ego. Here is his signature ally, Wasp, Nadia Van Dyne. She is a 3 cost, aerial Avenger, 3 health, wild resource generator. She's got a 2 thwart, 2 attack. Pretty decent stats. Hero response: after Wasp enters play, deal 2 damage to an enemy. If you are in giant hero form, or remove 2 threat from a scheme if you are in tiny hero form. So after Wasp enters play, deal 2 damage to an enemy if you are in giant hero form, or remove 2 threat if you're in tiny. So depending which form you're in, when she comes in, you play her, you got to make sure you're in the right form. So she does something. If you're an alter ego and you play her, nothing happens. So make sure that you are in the proper form when you play her, unless it's an emergency. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? That's how Marvel Champions rolls. So you get 2 copies of Giant Stomp. This is an event card. It's a 3 cost. Attack Giant. Play only if you are in giant hero form. So this has a condition. You have to be in giant hero form to activate this hero action. Attack, deal 1 damage to each minion and deal 8 damage to an enemy. So deal 1 damage to each minion and then deal 8 damage to an enemy. So you can do 1 damage to every little guy, and then you can do 8 to the full enemy, or you could do it to like an elite minion. Kind of cool. It's a 3 cost, kind of expensive, but most 3 cost cards like swinging web kick, and I think Thor's hammer throw is cost 3 and it does 8 damage, so it's kind of fits with all the other cards. You get 1 copy of Hive Mind. This is a 2 cost event. Thwart, tiny, so play only if you are in tiny hero form, so the condition is you have to be in tiny form. It's a hero action thwart. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. Remove 1 additional threat from a scheme for each army of ants supports you control. So that's pretty cool. I know there's more cards in here that says army of ants. This is an event, so you could take up to, I think, 3 more additional threat from that scheme if you have those events or those cards set up, those upgrades. You get 3, just kidding, you get 2 copies of Resize here. This is awesome, Scott Lang here. So this is a fighting resource here, or a physical resource. It's a 0 cost event, Resize, superpower, no conditions, just hero action. So you have to be in hero form, either tiny or giant, and hero action, change to your other hero form, draw 1 card. So that's kind of cool. It's a free cost. Well, you kind of replace this with another card because you play it, you get the effect, and then you draw a card. So that's actually pretty cool. I like Resize. I wish it had 3 copies of Resize, but 2 is all we get. So here we have 2 copies of Pim Particles. I wonder if this is the same as as Wasp. Let's see. After you spend this card, heal 2 damage from your hero if you are in giant hero form, or draw 1 card if you are in tiny hero form. I think it's the same as the other Wasp Pim Particles, but I'm going to have to look back at that. So he's got some healing there. You can heal 2 damage depending on what form you're at. You flip him to Alter Ego, he can heal as well. Here's the support cards, Army of the Ants, which is 3 copies. And it's a 1 cost support. So with this card here, you can use that. Where is it? Hive Mind. If you have all 3 out, you can remove 3 more additional threat. So that's kind of cool. I kind of wish you had more Hive Minds, but you know, we only get 1, so you get what you get, right? 3 copies of Ant. It's a support, 1 cost. Ants, tiny. Hero action, if you are in tiny hero form, exhaust army of ants, deal 1 damage to an enemy. And all of these do the same thing. Ant Avengers assemble, kind of cool. Just do like 3 pokes, excuse me, you can just poke 3 times in tiny form. So you can go 1, 2, 3, and then you thwart for 2. Actually, I like that because you can take off, wow, you can take off like a bunch of tough statuses. If there's like a bunch of minions or the villain has like toughs on them, or you just poke some minions and then just finish them off here. So that's kind of cool. I like these 1 cost kind of Iron Man kind of style, like his gauntlets do 1 damage. I like that. I like that you can just poke for 1 damage to get rid of those tough cards, because those tough cards, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you find trouble with those tough cards as well. I find trouble with those tough cards, and sometimes I'm just like, ugh, wish they were gone, but yeah. Here we have Ant-Man's upgrade, which is a 3 cost upgrade, Ant-Man's helmet. It's an armor tech, hero response. After you change to giant hero form, heal 2 damage from your hero. Hero response, after you change to tiny hero form, you draw 1 card. So it looks like after you change to this form, which is tiny, you remove 1 threat and then you draw 1 card. So you'll have a lot of interactions depending your guys and stuff. So like you can heal if you change to giant, and then you do the ability that he has as the giant. So the helmet actually does a lot here. Like it gives you a lot more once you got it, and you don't gotta exhaust it. So that's actually pretty cool. And it's not once per phase, once per turn, limit once. Actually, this helmet's actually pretty good. Here we have 2 copies of Giant Strength. The text here says, "My daughter lost her phone. I thought I'd look under these buildings." Scott Lang. It's giant strength, 1 cost upgrade, condition giant. So he has to be in giant form and he has to be in hero. It's a hero response. So after you change to giant hero form, you get +1 attack until the end of the turn. So if you're in tiny, right? You do some stuff, you're in tiny, and then you go to Mr. Boom 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 giant form. You have both of these out, you'll get 1 attack until the end of the turn. So he'll be at 5 attack. That's actually pretty good here. Then you activate Giant Nuisance. After you change this, you deal 1 damage to an enemy. So you could potentially do 6 damage that 1 turn with both Giant Strengths out. And then if you have the helmet, you heal for 2. So you'll attack you can attack potentially for 5. Right? Yes, you'll attack for potentially for 5. You heal 2. That's actually pretty cool. But you have to have the helmet out. You have to have the upgrades out. So that's the only downfall, is you have to have those supports and upgrades out. And then we have the 1 cost upgrade wrist gauntlets. This is an item tech hero action. If you are in giant hero form, exhaust wrist gauntlets and spend 2 physical resource, stun an enemy. Hero action, if you are in tiny hero form, exhaust wrist gauntlets and spend 2 energy resource and you confuse an enemy. That's actually really cool. Wow. So Ant-Man can potentially do a lot of stuff, right? If he has all his setups. So we're going to go ahead and start the rating and reviewing. So we're going to rate all of his cards here. This is a thwart, deal damage cards. Okay, so this is the damage cards. We could put these down. Well, we'll put them over here. And then Hive Mind. So it looks like Ant-Man overall, I enjoy his versatility. 100% I'm going to give him a thumbs up on versatility instantly because he can do a lot of things. He has to be kind of set up to do a bunch of things all together. Like if he's got all of his armies of ants, he could do a lot of stuff. He's got his upgrades. He's got his Ant-Man helmet. He's got his wrist gauntlets. He could do a lot. But in order to do that, there's no way to search for his helmet. There's no way to get his gauntlet. There's no way to get them back either. Like with Thor, you could go to Alter Ego and get your Mjolnir. You can get your weapon, right? With Hawkeye, you can go and get your bow, but you can't get your helmet here. There's just no way of getting it or searching it, right? Yeah, just time to unwind. After you change this form, you heal 1 damage from Scott Lang. So there's no real reason to go into Alter Ego there either. Board control. I'm going to say board control is pretty good because you, even without that stuff, you have a lot just in your hero form. After you change from this form, remove 1 threat. So if you go into tiny form, you can remove potentially 3 threat from a scheme. If you go into attack mode, you deal 1 damage and you can attack for 2, right? His attack is 3 or, oops. His attack is, if he goes to giant, is 3. So you could potentially do 4 damage in 1 turn and then go and then remove 3 by jumping around. Does he gain more health in hero, in giant form? No. Okay. He heals for 4. He's got 12 hit points. Change to hero form. Draw 1. Kind of wish there was 3 of these. Kind of wish there was more hive minds. Pim particles helps you heal as well. He does 8 damage. 8 damage heal. I'm going to give him board control just for the fact of his hero card alone can do some board control. Like say you're you got a lot of threat, and you're like, okay, I gotta do 3 threats. So I'm gonna change to tiny, attack for 2, or thwart for 2, remove 1 from somewhere. That's kind of good. Or say I got to do a lot of damage, I can go to giant, so that's pretty good too. So I'm going to give him board control, just on his hero, based on his hero, especially if if he's set up, he can 100% do a lot, right? He could potentially do a lot of board controlling, because then he'll be able to attack for 6 anywhere if he's in giant. He heals for 2 if he's in tiny. He gains 1, so his helmet really helps him a lot to draw a lot of cards. His hand size 5, so it's kind of small. Resize helps him draw and change, so you change, you do something, you draw cards, so that's kind of nice. His ally also helps him to do the things that he does. You're gonna do 8 damage if he needs to do 8 damage, or more damage on top of being giant already. And then tiny is for thwarting. Then Pim Particles. After you spend this card, heal 2 damage from your hero if you're giant, and draw 1. So, okay. Survivability. He only has 1 real. Well, he's got 2, 3. So he's got 1, 2, 3, and then his resource or his alter ego to heal. So, kind of survivable. I want to say it's survivable. He's got 2 defense as well. His thwarting and his attacking do flip and change. When he's in giant, he can heal for a lot as well. I mean, when he's in giant form, he's got 3 defense, so he can defend if he needed to defend. For the most part, I'm going to give him survivability. So survivability, you get a thumbs up. Versatility, you'll get a thumbs up. Board control will give you a thumbs up. Alter ego, there's no real reason to go into alter ego, because none of your cards here, and this is just based on your cards, because if you just go into alter ego just to heal 1 damage from Scott and then recover, that's not really, you might as well have a recovery of 4 instead of just after you change this form you heal 1. You know what I'm saying? And give him something else, like to search for his helmet. That would have been awesome, but that could have also made him much more broken, because then you just go and get your helmet instantly, and well, yeah, so he's got no real reason to go to alter ego, so I'm gonna give him a thumbs down on alter ego. Versatility, he can do a lot. Survivability, I want to say it's there because he can heal once, 2, 3, and then when he goes into recovery, and then also no, this is for 2 damage and then 2 threat. You can stun and confuse, so that's another way to survive as well. Because you can stop the enemy from hitting you, you can stop the enemy from scheming, so that's pretty good. So I'm going to give him survivability. Ease of setup, I'm not going to give it to him for the sole purpose that his support, his upgrades just do so much. Without them, he doesn't need them, right? But without them, he kind of just gonna struggle. But once you build them out, you can stun, you can confuse, you can heal, you can draw, you can do way more damage, you can attack. You can attack while you're in tiny form. You can deal 3 damage and thwart for 2. That's actually pretty big. It's pretty big. So, well, that's going to be Ant-Man for you guys. I'm going to give him survivability, versatility, board control, but he's not going to gain any points on alter ego or ease to set up. So, this is Dark Matter Wolf officially rating Ant-Man at a 3 out of 5 for his hero kit. We're rating him on the basis of 5 different categories: ease to set up, versatility, board control, survivability, and alter ego. Alter ego, there's no real reason for Ant-Man to go to alter ego. Yeah, just alter ego, there's no real reason for him to go to alter ego. He's got versatility, 100% versatility is there. He can do a lot of things. He can do a lot of things in pretty much in one turn, just with his hero. Ant-Man from tiny to giant, so that's definitely there. Board control, because of that, you can do a lot of things as well. When you have your upgraded and your supports, you can do a lot. Your board control, you can kind of really control and take care of the board there because of the hero and his cards. The ease to set up, I'm going to say there is a thumbs down, because the helmet really does a lot. It does a lot. It heals you for 2, it draws you a card each turn, so it adds on to those other effects as you're changing forms. The gauntlet also is very good because you can help you to stun or confuse. The giant strength, and then also the army of ants. Like, it's not just instantly set up. They don't cost too much, his cards, like his upgrades. Just his helmet costs 3, but his gauntlets, his strength, his army of ants costs 1. So it's not very expensive, which is pretty good, but he needs those cards to really do his full potential. And there's no way for him to grab them. There's no way to re-grab them or recycle them if they get like discarded or unattached from him or any of that stuff. So I'm gonna give Ant-Man an official Wolf's Den rating of 3 out of 5. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Champions content. And if you're a returning viewer, then make sure to go ahead and hit like. It helps me a lot. I'm trying to grow this channel to 50 subscribers. We're at 30 something right now, so if we can get to 50, it'd be awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And this is Dark Matter Wolf reminding you that you matter. We'll catch you in the next video. YouTube thinks you're gonna like this video right here. And for more of the Rate and Review Heroes playlist, go ahead and click right here. We'll catch you in the next video. Peace.